Hello everyone, Cousin here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1418 and New York Times Hot Sudoku for May 7th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1418. I'm gonna start with the word mouth. Alright, place the M in the correct position, and I also know that O and H go somewhere else in this word. Now this is a very, very good start. Because I've placed the M and H is also quite, you know, you can guess the position relatively easy. So H is certainly not going after the M, and if it goes in the middle, if it goes third, then it would have to be a vowel, which is kind of strange, you know? Then it can't go last, and it can't go first, because M is placed there. So I think it can only go fourth. Now, O, I don't think it's gonna go before the H, so it's gonna go after the H. I also need another letter before the H. Macho? Oh, sorry. Mocha. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh wait, no. O can't go second. Hmm. Okay, it is really macho, alright. I thought this was not a word. I guess I haven't really seen this word before. So yeah, basically the word mouth just helps me place the M, H, and O immediately. Because M was forced into the first letter, and then H had to go fourth, and then O had to go after the H. And that's how I got today's Wordle answer matcher in 2 tries. So yeah, that's very nice. I'll definitely take that very lucky as well. This is Wordle number 1418. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is May 7th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. The digit 1 in block 6 is forced into one of these 2 cells. These 2's point down, and the digit 2 in block 5 is forced into one of these 2 cells. The digit 3 in block 4 is forced into one of these 2 cells. This 3 points up, and this 3 points right. So in block 3, the digit 3 is forced into row 1, and 3 in block 2 goes into one of these 2 cells. Okay, this 4 points right and this 4 points down. So in block 9, the digit 4 is forced into column 9. So 4 in block 6 goes into one of these 2 cells. And in block 1, the digit 4 is forced into column 2, and 4 in block 4 is forced into one of these 2 cells. These 5s point right. Okay, these 6s point up. We have these 6s pointing right. Alright, this 7 points up and the 7 points right. So in block 3, the digit 7 is forced into row 1. So 7's here, and this 7 points left. The digit 7 in block 5 is forced into this cell. These 7's points left. Oh, we do have a 3-7 pair in block 1. As you can see in block 1, in block 3, what am I talking about? In block 3, there is a 3-7 pair. As you can see, the digits 3 and 7 are missing from block 3. And these 3s and 7s eliminates these 2 digits from these open cells. But I still have to fit both 3 and 7 into block 3. In order to fit both 3 and 7 into block 3, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 3 and 7. So these 2 cells form the 3-7 pair, and all other digits are eliminated from these 2 cells, because they have to contain 3 and 7. Now this 9 points right. Oh, we also have this 9, so yeah, even better. These 9 points right, and 9 cannot go into the 3-7 pair. So 9 is forced into this cell in block 3. Okay, the digit 8 in block 5 is forced into this cell. Okay, after eliminating 8 from the 3-7 pair, it is forced into row 2 in block 3. 8 being here, and this 8 points left. So we've got a hidden 8 in block 3, which we know that is in row 2. Okay, I was just looking at the missing digits of row 4, and I found a naked single. So basically, for easier explanation, I'm just gonna do this. This cell cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the only digit possible to be in this cell is a 4. And keep in mind that in Sudoku puzzles, we cannot leave cells to be empty, because empty cells break the Sudoku puzzle. So to avoid empty cells, I must ensure that there is one digit available in every single cell. And if this cell sees 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, then 4 is the only possible digits which can go into this cell, so I must put a 4 into this cell. Otherwise, if I exclude 4 from this cell, it would end up being empty, and that'll break the Sudoku puzzle. So to avoid empty cells, I must put a 4 into this cell, because it's the only digit possible to be in this cell. Okay. So this is a naked single 4, leaving a 1, 3, 9 triple in this row. Yeah, the reason why I saw this naked single was because I looked at row 4. The missing digits that I noticed were 1, 3, 4, and 9, but this cell sees 1, 3, and 9. So from that, I knew it could only be a 4. Okay, so that's the faster way to spot a naked single, rather than going through every single open cell. That it's not yeah, going through every single cell is not effective for hard Sudokus. You have to look at rows or columns and find some, look for some restricted or limited cells with limited options or limited possibilities. Anyway, 4 is the only possible digits that can go into this cell, so this is a naked single 4, leaving a 1, 3, 9 triple in this row. But again, this cell sees 3 and 9. So this cell has to be a 1, and 3 and 9 go into the other two open cells in this row. This one points down, and this one points left. So in block 7, the digit 1 is forced into row 7, and 1 in block 8 goes into one of these two cells. Now, the digit 1 in block 6 is forced into this cell. After that, I can place the 5 in this cell. It is forced. Alright, there is a 3, 6, 9 triple in block 6 now, but this cell sees 3 and 9. So 3 and 9 can only go into the other two cells, making this cell a 6. Alright, in column 7, the missing digits are 2, 5, and 8. This cell sees 8. Okay, these 6s point left, and this cell sees another 6. Oh, okay, another naked single, which is in column 3. I looked at column 3. The missing digits that I noticed were 4, 7, 4, 5, 7, and 8. 4, 5, 7, and 8 are missing from this column, but this cell sees 3 of the 4 missing digits. 4, 5, and 7. So it means that this cell can only contain an 8. It's the same concept as this naked single 4 we saw earlier. Basically, well, actually, 4 is forced into this cell, right? We have a hidden 4 in block 1. This hidden 4 lies in column 2, so 4's here. With these 4's, force the digit 4 into this cell in block 4. But even if I don't spot the hidden 4 here, I can just use the same method. This cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So it can only contain an 8, and to avoid empty cells, I must ensure that a digit can go into this cell, which is only an 8. So I have to put an 8 into this cell. It's the only possible digits which can go into this cell, so this is a naked single 8. So it is forced, so as this 4, and after I place this 4, the digit 7 in block 4 gets placed in this cell, leaving behind a 369 triple in block 4. Alright, now 7 is eliminated from the cell, with a hidden 7 from the 3-7 pair. 7th and this 7 points left, this cell sees 7 now. So in block 1, the digit 7 is forced into this cell, and then these 7s point down. We have a 5-7 pair in column 3. Alright, this 8 points left and this 8 points down. So in block 7, the digit 8 is forced into row 8. So 8's here, and this 8 points right, where this cell sees another 8. Might as well mark down the remaining missing digits. 9. In row 6, 1, 3, and 9 are the missing digits. This cell sees 9, so it's 103, 1, 3, 9. And these cells are 1, 2, 3, and 9, right? They see 1, so they can only contain 2, 3, or 9. Could have looked at the row anyway. Okay, similar, I mean the same thing again. Naked single. I looked at row 2. The missing digits are 2, 3, 5, and 6, but this cell sees 2, 3, and 5, so it can only be a 6. Just to make sure, to double check, this cell sees 1, 2, 3, 5, 4 as well. It sees 4, 5, as well as 7, 8, and 9. So it cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9, meaning that 6 is the only possible digit which can go into this cell, so I have to put a 6 into this cell to avoid this cell from being empty. For block 4, the missing digits are 3, 6, and 9, but now sees 3 and 6, so it is indeed, according to the markings, a 9, 3 and 9 and 3, 1 and 9, the cell is a 6. 2, 3 pair is left in row 5. Apart from 4 and 8, 1 and 5 are the missing digits of block 1, but these two cells see 5. So 5 is forced into column 1 in block 1, and we also have 1. Alright, this cell sees a 6, so in block 2, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. These 6's point right, and this cell sees another 6. This cell sees a 1, so there's a hidden 1 over here, right? So 1's here, and these ones force the digit 1 into this cell in block 8. These ones point up, and this cell sees another 1. In column 4, 2, 3, and 5 are the missing digits. 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Wait. Sorry, I meant to mark down column 4, but I don't know why my attention was attracted to row 3. But anyway, column 4, the cell sees a 3, so 2, 3, and 5 are, can be placed like that. This cell sees a 5, so these are the possibilities, or combinations. There is a 2, 3 pair in column 5, I do see that. Do I want to explain it? Yes, most probably. But I also can complete this column without explaining this. We have these 9s pointing down, forcing the digit 9 into this cell in block 8. And 2-3 pair makes these two cells a 1-4 pair. Okay, initially I spotted this 2-3 pair. How it works is that you notice that in the same column, column 5, there are two cells which only contain two certain digits. In this case, these two cells only contain 2 or 3. And we have to avoid empty cells. So to avoid empty cells, I have to keep both 2 and 3 in these two cells. 2, 3 like this, or 3, 2 the other way, are the only combinations avoiding empty cells. So I have to keep both 2 and 3 in these two cells. So this 2-3 pair eliminates 2s and 3s from all other open cells in this column. So this 2-3 pair removes 2 and 3 from these cells, and makes these cells 1, 4, and 9. But again, these two cells see 9. So it's down to a 1-4 pair in the other open cells in the same column. 1-4 pair makes these 3 cells 2, 3, 5 triple. This cell sees 2. Oh, and now 2 cannot go into these two cells because it sees both of the cells involved in the 2-3 pair. So 2 cannot go here, and this cell sees 2. So in block 2, the digit 2 is forced into row 3. So 2's being here eliminate 2 from this cell. And now for column 7, I've just eliminated 2, and it also sees 8, so it can only be a 5. This 5 points back to the left, forcing the digit 5 into this cell in block 2, which gets the 5 placed in this cell in block 1. 2, 6, 8 triple in these 3 cells. We also have another triple in column 6, which is a 2, 3, 4 triple. This cell sees 3. Okay, the digit 9 in block 7 is forced into this cell. Okay, and the last 9 in this Sudoku puzzle is forced into this cell. In column 1, 1 and 8 are the missing digits, but this cell sees 1. So 8 and 1 this way. 1 is forced into this cell in block 7, which makes this cell a 4 and this and 8, because this cell sees a hidden 8 from block 3. Anyway, it makes this cell 1 and this a 4. 2. Oh yeah, the digit 8 in block 9 is forced into this cell. Oh yeah, which completes the column, as well as row 2. This cell now sees a 3, so 7 and 3 this way. 4 and 6 are the missing digits of column 9, but this cell sees a 6. So 4 and 6 this way. This 4 makes this cell a 2. 3, 2, 3, 2, 4. This cell is a 5 to complete the row. And, something's wrong with this block. This cell sees 2 and 3. So 5 and 3 this way, and this Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, so I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in a bit under 16 minutes. So I would say, this Sudoku puzzle is about the right difficulty. It's about the right difficulty for New York Times Hard Sudokus. Yeah, mostly pairs and triples as well as naked singles. It's basically the most crucial thing you gotta spot in New York Times Hard Sudoku. So I'll go over the key spot as the quick summary. Okay, so I think the 3-7 pair in block 3 towards the beginning was quite helpful, because spotting this 3-7 pair immediately placed the 9, as well as forced the digit 8 into row 2 in block 3. So yeah, this 3-7 pair in block 3 definitely helped. And the naked single 4 in block 6 at the intersection of row 3 and row 4 and column 7, this naked single 4, which helped place this 1 and the 3-9 pair in row 4. So this naked single 4 helps the row. I think the column as well. So yeah. There was another naked single, this 8 right here, But actually I could have just placed the 4 and 7 before spawning this, but it's the same concept. It could only be an 8 because 8 was the only possible digits which can go into this cell. I think there was another naked single up here, which I forgot. Um, I think it was the 6, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, this naked single 6 in block 1. Um, and then towards the end, um, were there any pairs of triples? I kind of forgot. You know, sometimes when things flow really nicely, you tend to forget or um, you don't really recall the tricky spots easily. So, yeah, actually, in this Sudoku puzzle, it was mostly naked singles. Some pairs or triples were important to spot as well, such as the 2-3 pair towards the end that helped me place the 9 and 1-4 pair. So these were the key spots, in my opinion. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and hopefully this video helped. Alright, that's about it. Today is May 7th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1418 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!